Docs on Tap has been a great introduction to the way we run our council meetings. So it has increased our efficiency. It ensures that we have all of our agenda materials to hand. It allows there to be quick updates if certain documents and reports need amendment or they need further comment added to them.
Back before we had DocAssembler, we used to use the usual Windows folders, folder structure, Word docs. You'd constantly be going to try and get into a report and you'd get the old error message where somebody else is already in the document. So one of the biggest benefits to me is that everybody can be in the same item at the same time and work together collaboratively.
So I find that it's a very straightforward system, it's got its levels, very intuitive as well. It also has a lot of efficiencies and the support team that we use is very, very helpful. My working relationship with the DocAssembler support team is always very prompt. They are invested in looking into solutions for us. So we know that they're going to try their very best to get the product to where we really want it.
When we had to move to online council meetings during 2020, which is something the town hadn't done before, having Docs on Tap as, I guess, the overall format and process for how we assembled all of our agenda papers and how we access them as councillors made it an incredibly smooth transition to doing online meetings. So the community was no longer able to join us in person, but they were of course able to watch from home, and it made a seamless transition for us.
We were fairly well placed before February of last year or March of last year. Digitally, we would have been using the DocAssembler Docs on Tap tool since I joined the town, so it was well in place before then. So agenda preparation and looking at minutes and agendas was already second nature to us all anyway. And the fact that you could operate anywhere, anytime, as long as you had a Wi-Fi connection, it worked pretty well. My desk at the moment, paper-free. I don't carry paperwork around with me. I take my notebook everywhere I go. During the COVID period, we were able to transform working from home very quickly because the majority of our paperwork was all online.
The live voting feature of Docs on Tap allows each elected member to cast their vote on a recommendation on our council's agenda directly from their laptop. And their laptop, of course, through Docs on Tap is where they get to see the agenda and all the associated papers. With live voting, nobody can actually watch other elected members vote, and you can't see how they're signalling their intention. So there's a greater degree of responsibility for an elected member who uses live voting. I think it also shows that we get instant, consistent and very accurate results from the casting of votes using live streaming. There's no doubt who has voted, and if there's an elected member who hasn't cast their vote electronically, that person is identified very quickly and then they can be encouraged to cast their vote. And I think that makes it much easier for the accuracy of the minutes overall.
I think one of the benefits of being an early adopter is we've seen the system right from the beginning. So if we are finding something that could possibly make our lives easier through improvements by Harbour Software, they're very receptive to it because we're living the day-to-day and we're using the software in a real-life environment. So being an early adopter of the software has been a good thing because we can help them and they're really keen to help us.